from the Daily Wire. Kamala backs LA protests after rioters attack federal officers. We have no idea the bullet we dodged not electing this lunatic. I mean, if you think for a second that border would be closed, that wall would be finished, no. I am telling you point blank you think it was bad under Biden? Oh no. Under Kamala? That border would be wide open. And by the way, if heaven forbid she runs for governor, you think Gavin Newsom is bad? She is going to be infinitely worse. She will bankrupt the state, bankrupt it. Like we're already running into deficit. She will absolutely giving away your hard-earned tax dollars so that illegals from all over the world can come here. I tell you, man, I would think that people in the Democratic Party would tell her to shut up because she's not doing them any favors. Former Vice President Kamala Harris declared on Sunday that she is supporting the anti-ICE. See that? She's supporting the anti-ICE protests, the lawlessness, because ICE is a federal agency. She supports those who are rioting against them. In and around Los Angeles, claiming the demonstrations have been, quote, overwhelmingly peaceful, close quote, despite violent clashes with federal authorities. This is Kamala Harris. This is it. Now, I think, and I'm not being hyperbolic, okay? I think she does want to destroy the country, like legitimately, but not in the way that you're thinking. You see, you think that she wants to, when people say you want to destroy the country, she just wants ashes. No. She wants to put a muzzle on anyone who disagrees with her. Like you won't have a voice. Given her way, you won't have a voice. Free speech will be allocated to those who agree with her. People will come and commandeer your weapons. Under Kamala Harris, the border would remain wide open and the migrants will be sent to any and every state they want to go to. And she would defy you to kick them out. You remember in Colorado where the gang members were taking over only a handful of apartment complexes? Well, that would grow exponentially under a Kamala Harris administration. It would be Tim Walz told you point blank, yeah, we're woke and we're going to shove this stuff down your throat, whether you like it or not. Man. Harris, who has a home in Los Angeles, has been mulling a run for California governor, said in a statement that she is appalled. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I got it wrong. Let's see. She is appalled at what we are witnessing on the streets of our city. But instead of focusing on the troublemakers hurling rocks and concrete and fireworks at federal officers and their vehicles, Harris took the opportunity to criticize her 2024 election opponent, Donald Trump. Of course, because he's the problem. Quote, deploying the National Guard is a dangerous escalation meant to provoke chaos. Is it? Is that why they were sent out? To provoke chaos. I have yet to see a police force sent into a situation to sow chaos. Not here. Typically, when this is done, it's because things have gotten out of hand. And before this gets out of hand, Donald Trump is going to shut it down. In addition to the recent ICE raids in Southern California and across our nation, is it really yours, though? I mean, are you really proud of America? I don't think you are. I don't think you want to be an American. It is part of the Trump administration's cruel, calculated agenda to spread panic and division. This administration's actions are not about public safety. No, of course not. It's not about public safety at all. Remember, these are the same people that would not stand up for a black kid that survived brain cancer. That's her party. Fear of the community demanding dignity and due process. All of a sudden now, they need due process now. Not when they were coming in. No. When they come in, they don't want any due process. When they break our laws and come in, no due process. No. We only get due process when you try to expel us. Then we get due process. Harris extolled protesting as a powerful tool, essential in fight for justice, and the fight for justice without acknowledging the rioting that prompted Trump to deploy the National Guard, because he's just doing it to sow chaos. It's not that they need to be there. No, that's not why they were deployed. He's just trying to create chaos. And by the way, people are going to hear that and they're going to believe it. Why? Because it's Kamala Harris. There are people that went out there and voted for this woman. Quote, and as the LAPD mayor and governor, get this, and as the LAPD mayor and governor have noted, demonstrations in defense of our immigrant neighbors have been overwhelmingly peaceful. I continue to support the millions of Americans who are standing up to protect our most fundamental rights and freedoms. That's Kamala Harris. We have no idea that this was we dodged a 50 caliber bullet electing Donald Trump. She would have been a disaster. I mean, an unmitigated, you think Joe Biden was bad. And I gotta tell you, if she runs for governor, it is highly likely that she would succeed. You know, I don't have it up right now to show you the electoral county maps that turned red. Every county in the middle of this state, all red, overwhelmingly red. It's overwhelming. Unfortunately, you got places like LA where they have dense populations, they win elections. And so they get to rule over the people who don't want to have anything to do with this. When I think it was Governor Brown said that California was a sanctuary state, Orange County at the time, one of our counties, came out and sent to Donald Trump and said, hey, we are not part of this. Do not include us. We are not a sanctuary county. We don't want to have anything to do with this. Why? Because he was going to withhold federal funds, and he has every right to be, and he should. I tell you, man, thank God Kamala Harris is not in the White House. You think that that Jake Tapper's book would have come out had she been in the White House? You do know that that would have never happened. They would have put that on ice. Why? Because you'd be calling people in her administration to sit before Congress and give an account. That book would have been squashed. And by the way, they would have been more than willing to do it. They would not have, this is the bullet we have to take. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.